Hey, what's up guys, 00 here, and I've decided to make quite a different video to the ones I usually make. Most of the videos on my channel mostly consist of me playing Smite or doing playthroughs in the Halo games. In my Smite time videos, it's just me playing the game, and you guys, the audience, just simply sit there and watch me play without getting any information on what's going on in the video or how to play the god I'm playing. I try to engage with you guys as much as I can, but I find it difficult to do so while I'm in the middle of a game. So, I've decided to make this video, and hopefully, if it goes well, make a new series. These videos are intended to give a better understanding of how to use certain characters. This will cover general knowledge of the character, abilities, what items to purchase, and how to use them effectively. I thought I'd start this series with one of my favourite gods in the game, Kukulkan. Kukulkan, Serpent of the Nine Winds, is a mage and was released as one of the first 17 gods available on Smite on May 31st, 2012, where he was known as Quan then, before they overhauled his kit and changed the gods completely. Kukulkan then inherited Quan's kit. I find that Kukulkan is played a lot by new players because he costs less favour to purchase, and his kit is easy and accessible by virtually anyone. This doesn't make him any less dangerous, however, as a good Kukulkan player can change the tide of the many fights. I'll give a quick overview of his abilities and certain items of interest that should be picked up with him. I'll then end this video by giving him a rating out of 10 on how good I think the god is. Kukulkan's passive is called Mana Whore. Kukulkan gains increased power equal to 5% of his maximum mana. This is particularly good for a mage because you're obviously going to want to build items that increase your mana bar, and his passive is a nice bonus to add to that. His first ability is called Zephyr. This is a projectile based ability that you fire in a straight line that damages and slows. It will deal 240 damage plus 75% of your magical power and slowing up to 50% for 3 seconds. This is a very powerful ability when used correctly in late game, being able to slow down escaping enemies. It's important to note that this will also slow and damage enemies around the initial target you hit. I like to use this against archer minions a lot, as it will hit all 3 of them, making it easier to kill them all. His second ability is his Slipstream. When activated, Kukulkan gains an immediate speed boost. He will start off at 80% speed, but it will gradually decrease over the duration of the buff. In terms of escapes, it's alright. It's not as good as a dash or jump, but it does make him quite difficult to chase down. If you pair this with a speed camp buff, then he is almost uncatchable. Almost. His third ability is called Wave Clear, or at least it should be. Whirlwind is what makes Kukulkan such a little bitch to fight against. Kukulkan summons a tornado onto the battlefield. Enemies who walk through the tornado have smaller tornadoes spawn on top of them. These tornadoes will deal damage every 0.5 seconds for 2.5 seconds and deal 50 plus 15% of your magical damage. This is an ability which I like to put in our realm called Fire and Forget. Walk up to a wave, cast your whirlwind, and walk away to do other things. Cast it in the right place, this will clear the entire minion wave easily. It's also good at stopping enemy gods from attacking you. His ultimate, Spirit of the Nine Winds, is a high damaging straight line ability. Kukulkan will summon a giant spirit version of himself that will fly across the line, damaging and knocking up any enemies hit by it, or at late game will perform a magic trick that will make most enemies disappear because it will one-shot them. This deals 800 damage, which is reasonable, until you realise that it deals an additional 120% of your magical damage. You can get well over an extra 1000 magical damage with this, which is kind of ridiculous. Because of his passive, Kukulkan and Book of Thoth make one of the best couples in Smite. Kukulkan builds stacks very quickly, so you will complete the Book of Thoth's stacks early in the game. Not to mention, Book of Thoth also converts 3% of your mana into magical damage. Combined with your passive, that's an extra 8% of magical damage. I see a lot of people build Polynomicon with him, which is a good item to build. The lifesteal is very nice, as well as the extra mana you will receive. I feel as though the passive versus item is wasted on Kukulkan, as you won't rely on the basic attacks to kill enemies. Cooldown items are a must. Chronos Pendant, Spear of Desolation, anything that will help you get those whirlwinds out as fast as possible. Gem of Isolation is a perfect item to use with him. If affected by a whirlwind, the enemies will be slowed by 25% for over 4 seconds, which is very nice. Kukulkan excels at clearing waves very early in the game. Just put your whirlwind down in a place where it can hit all the minions. Try to cast it ahead of the minion wave so every minion will walk into the tornado. At late game, you will want to put down your whirlwinds in the middle of a team fight as much as possible. Use your Zephyr to slow down and cause high damage to enemies that are trying to escape. When it comes to his ultimate, make sure you aim it where the enemy is heading. It takes a while for the damage wave to make its way down the line, so try to compensate for this. The best places to use your ultimate are in small corridors in the jungle. By doing this, the enemy god will not be able to make it out of the way in time. If you ever get harassed by a jungler or warrior, remember to cast your ultimate on yourself. The knockup can save your life in tricky situations. Kukulkan makes a great companion to Ares and Hades. Putting down both your whirlwind and ultimate during either one of their ultimates should result in a kill or two. Odin's ring is also good. Put down your whirlwind in the middle of a ring and watch the enemies squirm. Kukulkan has high damage, great wave clear, and is easy to play. He may not have a great escape, but it's better than not having any form of one at all. He's a god that I like to see on my team, but I can easily deal with an enemy Kukulkan, as he's not too difficult to deal with. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. A god that's definitely worth using, and I would consider playing him early on if you've just started playing Smite. Thank you guys so much if you watched my entire video, really appreciate it. I'm hoping maybe I can make more of these series if this one becomes pretty popular and if you guys seem to like it. If you did like it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content, and check out my other Smite time videos. And look out for other how to use Smite God videos in the future. Until then, I'm 00 Gaming, and I will see you next time.